Hello, I am Aditi Kumar and welcome to the first and introductory video of data science. What exactly the data science is? Is it a traditional system like other or something else? What are the steps or mechanism behind the life cycle of the data within data science? Let's dig dive into that today. Let's understand what is data science and what are the life cycle of the data within data science. What exactly the data science is? Data science is not a system in traditional term. It is a multidisciplinary field that involves set of methods, processes, algorithms and tools for extracting the meaningful insights from data. Why we need that? We need to extract the information from the data so that we can make our future better. We can take appropriate decision from the data we are having in our hand. It does not represent a single or fixed system. Rather than it is a evolving and dynamic system which is used to handle the data which is exponentially growing. There are multiple steps involved to process the data within the data science, which is known as the complete life cycle of the data science. The major steps involved within data science to process the data in effective way. So the first step is data collection and ingestion. So basically the data collection and ingestion consist of three major stages: data acquisition, data ingestion and data storage. Data acquisition means collecting the data from the source system which is completely in raw format. We need to inject that in proper way, and we need to store in the appropriate manner so that it will be used for our further process. Then our second major step here is data understanding and exploration. Unless we will not understand the data, we cannot take further action in effective way. We need to understand the business behind the data or what the data tell us. And exploration means to apply multiple techniques, or we will dig dive into that raw data to understand more and more about it. The third step here is data preparation. Then we need to take appropriate action or process the data from the raw format to a appropriate format so that we can take some advanced action on the top of that. So the major step here is data cleaning, preprocessing and feature engineering. We need to clean some noise from the raw data. We need to pre-process the data using some effective technique, using some scientific technique. And also feature engineering is a major part. We need to re-engineer the raw data and we will convert into some derived data so that it will be more useful in our further processing or further modeling. Then our fourth major process here is modeling and evaluation. We need to fit the pre-processed data after feature engineering to a appropriate model. Model means this is a mathematical model. It is nothing but a equation. We need to fit into a mathematical equation or mathematical model. Any type of model, whether it is a statistical model, whether it is a mathematical model, whether it is a data science machine learning model. Again, this is a mathematical equation. We need to fit our data into that equation. And we need to evaluate that particular model, how that model is working according to our expectation. Is it fulfilling our expectation or is it lagging? Then we need to take appropriate decision top of that. Then the next step here is deployment and maintenance. Once we developed our model, we need to deploy it into the proper environment so that it will be a real-time use. We don't need to manually run this model or this process again and again every day. We need to deploy in an appropriate manner so that it will be automatically scheduled and run in an appropriate manner within certain standard. Then maintenance is a very major task which consists of maintaining the model and performance after deployment. how it is working, whether any problem is happening with the model further in production environment. We need to monitor and maintain that. Then the next step here is data archival and retention. How can we archive the data in the effective way so that we can use or reuse it afterward? How we can create a retention policy according to the organization standard? How many days it can be stored into the particular format or in the particular storage, then we can push into a different stages or maybe in the different action we can take on the top of that. That we need to think about. And the next term here is or pillar is communication and iteration. The communication involves communicating the result to the business owners or both technical and non-technical people. How your model is working, why you build this model, how it is beneficial to your organization. You need to present it, you need to communicate it into an effective way so that everyone can realize how this model is utilized in the proper way, how it is talking about your raw data, whatever the data you had in your hand, and how they can take action further to improve your business, to expand your business, or to take appropriate action regarding your business. Feedback and iteration is a part under communication and iteration. Means how we will get a feedback from our validation or maybe from our business. If we are getting some negative validation or maybe negative feedback, then we can take appropriate action, which is an iterative way. We need to collect more qualitative data. We need to further take entire action, and we need to then check whether we are fulfilling the business requirement or not. Then the last stage here is ethical consideration. We cannot take each and every action of our own. We have to think putting ourselves under the umbrella of the organization. There is a certain rule, there is a certain compliance of the company's data. We need to think keeping our exploration under this particular label. We need to obey all the ethical considerations, ethical rules, which is basically decided by the organization. We cannot take decision arbitrarily. So this is basically telling us the entire life cycle of the data within the data science, starting from data collection to our communicating result to business or maybe stakeholder, and it is a repetitive way. And each and everything we will handle with an effective way, taking all the ethical rules into consideration. This is basically the entire life cycle of data within data science, or we can simply say this is the life cycle of data science. That can be any model. There are lots of algorithm, techniques, tools involved into the data science field. I am not mentioning explicitly any technique, any rule. This is the generic life cycle plan of data science or life cycle plan of data within data science. Thank you very much for watching this video. I wanted to start with some introduction about data science and the entire picture behind it. Then definitely we will dive into each section, because each section consists of multiple tools, multiple techniques and multiple algorithms. Definitely we will have different playlist on that, but for today I wanted to share the entire picture, big picture of the data science. Once again, thank you very much for watching this video.